Dodgers prioritize starting pitching even after landing Snell. You would think the Dodgers would maybe relax a little bit and go, hey, we got Snell, we're looking good. But they are definitely prioritizing it, and we'll tell you how. Three reasons why Nolan Arenado will not be a Dodger. I'm going to break those down. And a big heartfelt thank you to everybody out there, Dodgers Digest. 6,000 subscriptions and just growing. Thank you, Mike Nelson and myself. We've been doing this for a whole lot of fun. We're just a couple of Dodger fans enjoying what we do. Let's get down to business. Dodgers prioritize starting pitching. What do you mean, Brad J? Well, they're going to do whatever they can to sign Sasaki. And they say it's a major priority for the Dodgers. Right? So, but how can you stand out signing Sasaki when you can't offer more than the other guy as far as cash wise, like money wise, because of the whole, being posted by his Japanese team and being able to play in the MLB. You can't offer more money than other teams. There is a ceiling as high as they can go. So what do the Dodgers need to freaking do to be able to sign the dude? Well, I don't know. One thing that stands out in my mind is you're a contender to win the World Series every single year. I don't know. Maybe that's something you could kind of throw in there. Sure, you can go to other teams. Do you want to win? Right? Well, Dodgers have learned that depth was kind of a big thing for the Dodgers in 2024, and thank goodness it worked out the way it did. And we are the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. If there's one thing the Dodgers took away from the 2024 season is that there's no such thing as that starting pitching depth. Right? I mean, just think about what went down through the playoffs with the bullpen games and all that stuff. Technically, they just had just enough arms at their disposal to get through the season to win the World Series. But I'll tell you what, I feel like Dave Roberts, who a lot of people who've talked a lot of trash on, was so critical in them winning the World Series. I mean, what he did to do those bullpen games and line up the pitchers and try to give different looks all the time, that was amazing stuff, and that is what it needed to happen for them to win it in the first place, right? So how do they stand out to get Sasaki? Well, like I said, you technically have a chance to win the World Series almost every single year, and other teams cannot say that. They can't say that. What does Andrew Friedman say about depth? Well, he had a couple things. I'll never say again that I feel good about the depth. Yeah, because we were putting together a starting rotation with duct tape by the end of the season. So he said that at the winter meetings because they're just finishing up there, and he feels terrible about the depth. So that is why, because of this statement right here, and you have to look at it, because of this statement, you got to know that Sasaki is so important. You cannot have enough pitching. They want to go six-man rotation. That requires you have more starters. That's what the Dodgers need. That's what the Dodgers want to do. And he's not comfortable with it. So what is Sasaki all about, though? Let's take a look at that. Take a look here. Considered one of the most talented young pitchers in the world, right? Has not played a single lick an inning at all in MLB. But Sasaki recorded a 2.02 ERA, 524 strikeouts, and 91 walks. And look at that. That's in 414 and two-thirds innings. 524 strikeouts? Are you kidding me? WTF right there, huh? So he flashed he's got stuff, right? And it's not guaranteed that you're going to always have stuff. You could get injured, and what if he didn't post and he stayed in Japan and played another year there? And let's say he threw his arm out. I'm not saying he would have, but what if? There's these what ifs. What if that happened to him? It could very well happen. And then now you're not going to get your chance. So he, as a kid, always wanted to play in Major League Baseball. And look, Yamamoto and Ohtani both have been teammates with him on Team Japan when they won the World Baseball Classic. So they've already played on the same team together. So I always feel like that gives the Dodgers just a little bit more of an edge. All right, time for one of your favorite parts of the show, Dodgers Digest quote of the day. And the quote of the day, that is going to go to none other than Mr. Andrew Friedman. All right. This is what Andrew Friedman is saying about Sasaki, okay, and about the acquisition of the Dodgers to get Sasaki. He's someone that obviously are major priority for us. We're going to do whatever we can. Like whatever you can. Let the air out of the tires on the guy the day he's got to go try and sign the guy. No, I'm not just making that up. But know that there are a lot of other teams that are going to do the exact same thing. And that makes me always say, how do the Dodgers stand out? How do they stand out on getting Sasaki over other teams? Come on, man. You're kidding me. Think about that. How do they stand out? Because they are a contender to be in the World Series every single year. If you're Sasaki, you played with Yamamoto and Ohtani on Team Japan. You had success. You guys won. The Dodgers have a strong Japanese contingency as far as the fan base goes, and that goes back to even before Nomo was on the team, right? 6-man rotation. You got Snell. You got Freeman saying, hey, man, you can't have enough pitching. So I just do not see Sasaki. And there's articles out there. There's articles out there saying, Sasaki probably, no, I don't think, he's not always that he's going to be a Dodger. It's like, no. He's going to be a Dodger. And even though the Dodgers can't offer him more money monetarily right now because it's all the same through all the teams, through the bidding process, but they can offer a lot more in incentives and things other than that and other things you can take away from that. So whatever you may think, and you may be a naysayer on the whole Dodgers signing Sasaki, but I'll tell you what, he's going to sign with the Dodgers. He will sign with the Dodgers. Okay, and let's get too much on this one. All right, let's get into this one. Headline in, I've told you, Nolan Arenado's 6-team trade, wish list, reveal, Dodgers lead, and I think this is malarkey, as my grandfather would say back in the day, horse malarkey. That there's nothing to this, right? Right? Not at all. So here's the list. According to Fox Sports, this is what Nolan will accept a trade to the following teams. Dodgers, Padres, Angels, Phillies, Mets, Red Sox. I would think you'd cross out Padres immediately. Manny Machado is third base. I wouldn't even think about that right there. The Mets, after signing Soto, that's going to be money that they probably don't want to spend because he's going to cost a lot of money. He's not cheap for the trade. Definitely not. Red Sox, there you go. But Dodgers, no. And here's the reason. 3 reasons I'm saying that Nolan will not be a Dodger, okay? Muncy, money, and Gomes. Those are my 3 things. What do you mean, Brad? What are those 3 things? Gomez has said that Muncy is going to start the season at third. So if you get Nolan, who's a third baseman, why would you do all this to get him? He's not a priority. I just don't think the Dodgers, even though he's the number 1 on that list, I don't think so. His money, his contract owed to him, what is it, $260 million or something? There's a lot of money. Not that that makes a big difference, but that's not the hole you're trying to fill. So to me, Muncy, money, and Gomez all point to Nolan Arenado not being a Dodger. There you go. That's going to do it for Dodgers Digest. Brad J. Thank you, Dodger Digest fans. You guys are crushing it. 6,000 strong and growing. Mike Nelson and I, we love it. We love how it's going, man. We'll keep it going. Hey, also, hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the like button. Turn on them notifications and never miss a moment of Dodgers Digest. I'm Brad J. Always remember, think blue.